start recording. Good morning. Come on in. Happy Monday. Welcome to the SHAC. Come on in, all you fellow shackers. Where are you? Good to have your company. I'm sure you're there. Should not be pressing all these buttons. You know what happens when I do. Come on in. Good morning, Helen. My lovely Helen Stevens, always first in the queue. Good to have your company, Helen. I hope you had a good weekend. Come on in, everybody. Oh, it's fresh today. Right. How are you? Everybody all right? Everybody all right? Be okay. It's freezing here in the southeast of England. Where are you actually? Where are you? Come on, let's have a little hands up who's in England, hands up who's in Canada. I always like to see that we're doodling all over the world, hey? And it's nice that the SHAC has spread its wings. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in. Hi, Jane. Good to have your company. Yes. Speaking of spreading its wings, we're on birds today. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been ages since we coloured in a bird. So I got up at the cracker sparrows this morning and I did some prep. Yeah, because yesterday I was prepping today's tutorial blog. I hope that you're enjoying those. Remember we said throughout January we're going to travel gently, take it easy, and instead of having a full-blown price-driven sale, which we will have in February, but in January we thought we'd break ourselves in slowly, gently, and work more on the inspiration side of things. And so we've been doing tutorial blogs, and the design team have been doing an amazing job. There's a fantastic team of Parchers and Groovers, Linda, Josie, Jane, Glynis, Hazel. They're all over on the other side. Sorry if I've forgotten anyone. Doing a cracking job, Lynn Jackson, on the Clarity Matters blog. And I'm holding the fort on the other side, Barbara Gray blog. So I'm in charge of stamps and stencils and all things inky painty. And the other ladies are in charge of the groovy side of things. So if you want to dip your toe in the parchment world, then it's the Clarity Matters blog for you. And if you're inky painty like me, then it's the Barbara Gray blog. And so almost every day we're coming up with step-by-step tutorials, and Paul's busily linking all the different products to the website. And great prices. Of course there is. We can do that, introductory prices. And so speaking of Paul, he's in the building with you as well. So if you have any questions or if you're looking for anything, then Paul's your man. I've got a cold, but it's only a cold. So if I start sneezing, I do apologise. Social distancing and all that, staying safe. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Not bad here in West Berkshire. Morning, Jill. South Yorkshire, Manchester. Isn't it great? Estepona, Spain, España. Brilliant. Cup of tea, and then we'll get started. Hey, is it 10 o'clock already? It's already gone 10. Paul, is the sound all right? Yeah, sounds good. Excellent. Well, come on then. Let's get going. We haven't had these postcards out for ages, have we? Months. Yeah, I think it was about time, because we got them all. Who hasn't got these yet? Come on, hands up. Who hasn't got them? If you haven't got them, get them. They're great. And I was looking at the postcards, which one to do this week, and I picked one that I drew. So let's have a look, just in case you're new to the SHAC, and you think, well, don't they just doodle? Well, we do doodle, and last week we doodled those lovely teacups, didn't we? came out lovely, bright, colourful, and your artwork on Clarity Worldwide is second to none. As always, loving the tutorial blogs. Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. But if you're relatively new to the SHAC, if you're a newbie shacker, then maybe you're not aware that when we first started this at the beginning of April we started the colouring in a little bit later on, didn't we? First of all, you had to buy them so that we could do it. But it's been a really good colouring exercise. I mean, we all know that colouring is a very mindful process, isn't it? And so these are the postcards that we've already coloured in. See, when you get the postcards, just in case you're not aware, when you get the postcards, they come like this. See, they come. There's 3 sets of them, but they come attached like proper postcards, which is rather nice. But they're great for a reference. So what we're doing here is we're learning really cool colouring skills. And I'll show you, for example, that one, because the one that we're going to do is kind of a sepia thing again. I want to go sepia because we've been so colourful recently with the gnomes and the Polly Poppet, that postcard, and then the teacups. It's all been really bright and colourful. And I thought, right, let's calm it, Kermit. Let's tone it down a bit. Sepia is always lovely, isn't it? Grayscale, all those boring colours in the polychromos tin that we never reach for. Lovely. But let's have a look. These are the postcards that we've done so far. Morning, Judith. Come on in. I've turned the heating up because it was freezing in here when I came in. Right, nuthatches we did first. Cockerels, Mandarin Ducks. This was lovely. Dee helped us with this one, didn't she? The colibris, the hummingbirds, nice. Then we did the owls. See, and this is the thing. It's taking just a blank black and white print. Our dear friend Mel Turner is the artist on a lot of these, on most of these. But you can see here, to take that to that, that's really a skill, I think. And I'm not speaking for myself, we all did it. Right, so it's learning. This was a watercolour. That was when we used the A pencils in the pergoliners. Then we did the garden birds. Now, all of these postcards, they're all recorded. So you could, if you fancy having a go at the eagles, for example, liked the eagles, didn't we? And you want to know how you get these lovely feathers like this, then just go to the YouTube or to the and just you'll find it. This one actually is at the front page, but they're all chronological, so you just work your way backwards. Lavender fields, that was lovely, wasn't it? That was the last one we did. Cool, it's ages ago. The toucan, if you can, toucan, we can, you can. Do you remember? So this is the one I want to do today. This is what I did this morning. And I thought it'd be nice to show you a couple of new tricks. You know, like, yeah, just start slowly, start with the eye, do the beak. And I wanted to show you the shading trick so that because this trick here is the same as the beak. It's the same technique, but I thought that would be quite nice to do. Fancy that? So that's the one we're going to do, which is, if I'm not mistaken, where is that one? Is it in the blue one? I think it's in the blue pack. There's a green pack, a red pack. Yeah, it's in the blue pack. It's in the round, through the round window. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, it's the blue pack. So we'll just tear that one off. That's the one I'm going to work with. That's the bus driver's copy, so she knows where we're going. Yeah, this is got the wrong glasses on for this game. Let's have a look. There he is. Yeah, so we never really could work out what sort of bird I drew there. Some people said it was a kingfisher, but I thought, well, it don't look like a kingfisher that I've ever seen, because to me, that's a king. The kingfisher's in the blue one as well. Let's have a look. We could do the kingfisher another time. There, see, to me, that's the kingfisher. That's magnificent. Is it a kingfisher? Could be. It's a funky kingfisher. Yeah. But what's interesting is how, look, even though this has got all zigzags and dots and stripes, and when you start to colour it in, it becomes more realistic. It's not as cartoony or as stylised as you think it is it? So let's get started, shall we? And what I can do is come in a little bit tighter. Yeah, I don't feel 100%, but I know it's nothing other than a cold. Right, here we go. So I thought we'd start with the eye. Now, let's just take a look at these two things. And let me come in on this camera. And let's see if I bring them in next to each other, like that. Hang on, let me hold it. Right, so you can see, just look at the eye, just focus in on the eye. It's interesting, isn't it? How you can make a couple of rings like that with a little bit of colour. You can turn it into a proper realistic eye. Yeah? And if you look at the beak, see, I created the fact that, I mean, that'd be quite difficult to eat with, that one. So what we're going to do is, with colour, we're going to create that dimension. It's easy. And look at the wrap. When I drew it, I don't know what I must have been on. Look, here. Sexy. Looks like a shawl. But you can make it look like a really beautiful feathering. See? So, it's going to be an abstract one this week. But I thought we'd keep it kind of tone in tone, and we'll go sort of sepias. And what colours am I going to use? Well, I promise you now, I'm going to be using, you know, that set of the 12 polychromos pencils? Definitely be dipping into all those greys and browns. And then the other one, that if you go to the polychromos tin of 60, it's all this lot. It's the boring ones that we don't usually ever use, this lot. See? There's a black in there. All those ones. Because the top layer, it's all the lovely pinks. We've been in this area, haven't we? With the teacups, we've been on the bright and beautiful. But I thought we'd stay in this area here. Get arty. What we can do, if we feel like it, although there is a little flash of yellow in here, right? But what you could do is we can add a flash of colour, like maybe one other colour or something like that. I don't know, whatever we think. Maybe a lovely moss green or a, yeah? But I'm going to try and bring all these bulrushes and all these flowers and ferns to life just with these sort of, now I have got one of them in there. Dark Naples ochre. It's the one that's in the tin that sits there. Okay, so that's what we're going to use, is these kind of colours. Okay, sound like a deal? I need my rubber. God blimey, I nearly went through trying to sort this bit out. It didn't come first time, I can tell you. Let's have a little go at these ones here. I'm going to have all of them. There you go. Right, that's it. That's where I'm headed with these ones. Having said that, can you hear me all right, or have I just turned the volume off? I just stabbed at the button. Having said that, if you haven't got any colouring pencils, then, but you have got the postcard, just a lead pencil, just black and white, grayscale. Lovely, 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 lovely. Right, I'm just sticking with these colours though. Nice sepias. All right. So let's have a look. Should we get started? Sip of tea, and then we'll get going. We're going to do the eye first, shall we? Actually, let's have a little warm-up exercise. Let's just get our eye in first. That's a good idea. One of the things that's really going to be useful is a sharpener. I've got several on the go here because my best one's still downstairs. It's too cold to go outside. I can't be bothered. So I just grabbed all the sharpeners I could find. Right, you ready? Come on then. Are you ready? Or are you just watching? Paul, are they just watching, or are they actually coming in? Are they gonna join in here? My kingfisher is called a pied kingfisher. Is it? Is it a pied kingfisher? Well, the truth of the matter is, this pied kingfisher was in my head. I didn't find it anywhere. So, but if it's a pied kingfisher, Well, there we are. It's a pied kingfisher. Thank you, Paul. Right, you ready? I'll have to look them up later. Okay, so I would suggest, what's my absolute, come on, how long have we been working together? What's my absolute favourite colour? Warm grey too. It's in the big tin and it's in the set of 12. So what we'll do first, before we even begin, let's just get our eye in. Can I make a suggestion that you get a bit of card? Make sure it's a little bit, not a bit of copy paper, get a bit of card, something that's the same as what you know the stencil card, that's the same as what we're working on. And then this can be your tester for the whole week. Yeah? Yeah. Right, okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just get our eye in. And what we'll do is we'll do a little undercoat. Let's do a little undercoat of this. Just to get it going. There you go. Little undercoat there. Just get it started. You're getting your eye in yourself then. Yeah? So you're going to go like that. Round. Loose, round and light. Sounds like me. Not unless the light. Right. Here we go. Like that. So you don't want to press too hard. Just want to... You build the layer up. Okay. What glasses have I got here? Okay, let's have a look here. Everybody okay? Yes. Right, here we go. So we'll get our eye in. We'll put a layer down there. Quite much better when my Dame Edna's on. Right, now let's have a look what we're going to do here. Just put a little bit of grey down there. Right, and then these things, let's put a little bit of, just a little light layer of this warm grey. Just run that through there like that. Really, really light. So we're taking out the white, just a tiny bit. There you go. Then we know, I think sometimes one, it gets your eye in, because we know that colouring is the mindful process, isn't it? If there's anything, there's nothing like it, apart from groovy, really, for keeping you focused, taking your head away from anything else. There you go. Especially if you if you're learning something. Like now, if you, in a minute, when we let's just put a little bit on the beak as well, so then you know which areas we're going to be looking at. Right, that's it. So we've got a little bit of the beige on there. Don't want to go too dark. We'll have to rub it all out again. But now you know the areas that we're going to concentrate on. Right, these wraps, call them wraps. It's quite a funky bird. Quite nice, actually. Okay, now the eye. The eye has it. Yeah. So when you look at that eye, that black bit, let's have a look. I'm going to go in with a pencil, an HB pencil, just to, because actually the eyes, that bit is bigger. Let's come in a bit tighter, shall we? Let's come in real tight and then we can see it better. How's that? Now you can see it better, can't you? So you can see here that this bit here is bigger. So what we're going to do is take, let's make that bigger. There you go. Let's try and make that a bit bigger. Like that. I think so. And then the white bit, let's just decide where the white bit, this bit's going to be dark, and that's the white bit there. That's the white bit. That'll do. But you've got to keep some white, yeah? So you're going to keep the white bit white. See that bit there? Keep that whole thing white. And then any blackness, we'll do the black round the outside. There you go. Trying to reduce that great big area there. So we're going to put the black round here. There you go. Like that. So if you do it with pencil, I mean, the thing is, you can rub it all out afterwards, only if you're not happy with it. But let's just get that going now, like that. And then what we'll do is we'll put the yellow in so we know where the yellow is going to be. Let's just put a bit of yellow in here. Well, ochre. Do you want to know what colour I'm using? Dark Naples ochre. Okay. So let's put a bit of that colour in there. Right, so we've got the undercoat. It's easier to put the undercolour in now and then build in over the top of it. That'll work. You're going to use your rubber a lot if you're like me. I've gone a bit over the top, but it's great. That's what the whole point is. I mean, really, if you can make her, if you can stretch it to 2 sets of postcards, and this isn't me trying to sell more postcards to you. I don't even know if we've got any more left in the cupboard. But like I use one to practice on, and then one for best. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? So let me just get my eye in. Excuse my. So this bit here, let's just get a bit of shade where the shade's going to be with the pencil. So I know where I'm going, see? So this is going to be a bit dark, that's going to be a bit dark, there's going to be a bit of shade around there. That's it. Right. And that's going to come around there. Right, now let's get something darker in place. I would suggest that we go with, let's just go for it, black. Right, nice and sharp. Get a good sharpener going. And we'll go in with the black. Okay, gently does it. That's it. Right, black. What we want to do now, see, I just want to get the black round the outside, just gently does it. Like, here we go. Round we go. Black round there, leave that white bit there. And then you're just gonna, you can always add a bit more afterwards. Just get that bit there. And now we're going to come round here. Is my head in the way? I wonder if I come to that camera. Not so good, is it? No, you're going to have to suffer my head. You're going to have to suffer my head. If I get it as high up as I can, like that, that might help. Right, so I'm trying to, normally I'd be like this. Actually, what about my little trick? Hey! Works every time, look. Too far away. Boom! In the back of the net. Sorted. Now I can't reach. Cool. That's better. See, now my head's not in the way either. Okay. So, bit of black round here. That's better. I can see now. Right, gently does it. Just add a bit of depth round there. In there. In the whites of his eyes, a little bit of shadow. Like that. And then we can just add a bit of more black. Slowly, monkey, and all that. Catchy monkey. Right, so we've got the black in. That'll do for the moment. And then what we want to do, more of that yellow. And now we're going to add a little bit more. See that we can't put any more yellow in afterwards because we'll smear all the grey. That'll do. That's going to be my big yellow eye. Then I think I'm going to go in with a lighter grey. Like, what have I got here? Warm grey 4. That'll do. Right, and then this is where you want a real sharp one. So get your sharper. Now, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just sharpening it onto a piece of paper. Just slowly does it. Cool, that is a bit too sharp grey. I must go and get my, a bit savage, these sharpeners. Right, here we go. So what we're going to do now is make these lines in here, like that. Okay. So you just go in from the grey and you flick out, like that. So do a few grey ones. Looks like she's got long eyelashes. If only it were that easy, eh? Right. So we get the old grey flecks going out. Everyone's different, see? Yeah. All right. I like. Right, now let's go back in with that black. Let's go back in with the black. I'm leaving this one here for you so you see what we're doing. Right, back we go again. Get that black line in there. Black in. Looks a bit in shock, doesn't he? We'll tone it down now. Right, ready? Because black doesn't have to be black. It can be a really light grey. Look, that's the thing about the black. It can be really light grey too. Just depends how hard you press. So I'm going to go really lightly, and we're going to make this look a little softer. So just across the top bit, just backwards and forwards. Really, really lightly. We're just giving it a little bit of a shadow. So we're dropping the eye in now. See, that's all it is. Like I know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Let's see. So if I bring this down now really lightly, and don't worry if you're doing this and it's not working. I've been doing this since 6:30 this morning. So of course I'm ahead of you. I got on the bus at the stupidest o'clock, drove ahead of you. I've done all this once already, see? So this is my prototype here, but I've done it so many times now. Right, see, and then round here, again, you take that black or a grey if you think black's a bit severe, and you just tone that edge down. If black's a little bit too harsh for you, pick a lighter grey. It's not a problem. Go lighter. There you go. See, down the road, I'd like to do human eyes with you as well. You know, how to colour in. My granddad taught me how to do eyes. How to do the eyelids and eyelashes and... Yeah, I remember I used to sit there for hours with him. My dad's dad. Yeah. He was very good. He wanted to go to art college because he was very, very good at art. But his mum and dad couldn't afford the uniform. He had to wear a uniform, and so he couldn't go. So he worked for Rolls-Royce all his life, for a long time anyway. For most of his working life, he was a foreman at Rolls-Royce. Yeah, there you go. Isn't that cool? See? So we're just using, and you can make that eye, so you can make a Sophia Loren eye. I'm just going human here, but you could just, you know, like Egyptian, Sophia Loren. You knew exactly what I meant though, didn't you? See, and the more you stay around the edge here like this, and you just keep building that depth, the further back the eye drops. Do you see what I mean? The more you do this grey area here, around here, the more the eye sinks. Let's leave the eye now. That'll do. How you doing? All right? Let me reach. How are you? You all right? We went for a walk yesterday. It was beautiful. We met 2 other couples. Normally, there's nobody out, but there were loads of people walking in the woods yesterday. And we met 2 couples, elderly, same age as us, I think. No, the fellas were 80. The husbands were in their 80s, because they were very happy to announce or tell us that they'd had their jabs. And so you know that we're rolling them out in England. We really are. When I say we're living in the solution, I know it's still a big problem. It really seriously is. Don't underestimate it. And it will be here for a long time, this COVID. But we're definitely living in the solution as well now. You know, so if we can just hold our nerve, keep the faith, wait, be patient. Mum and Dad have got theirs. Our turn will come. Who's already had their jab? How many of you have already had your jabs? Come on, tell us. Give us hope. You know, because if you have, the queue just got shorter. It did. For every single person that's already had their vaccination, the queue got shorter for those who didn't. Yeah. you know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, isn't it? We just got to try and staying alive until we get a vaccination. Oh, it's not even funny, Gray. Right, come on, back to the eye. Okay. Right, we've done the eye. We can put a little bit of grey around there again, that lovely warm grey. Just tone it down. Now, what do we want to do next? The beak. I think the beak is really cool. Right, so let me just show you, because when you look at the beak, there's no middle bit. Look, you've got to draw that in. Now, we're not going to draw that in with the pencil. We're not going to draw that. We're going to build that depth. Right? So we've got a layer of we already done the beige, haven't we? A layer of it. So what we're going to do now is take the pencil, the beige one, and get a flat going, like soft, right? Holding that flat. Then what we're going to do now, stay away from this edge as well, because that gives it more dimension. And we're just going to come along here, just on the lower edge. Lower edge, lower edge, lower edge. Just keep going, right? Just turn the pencil a little bit and you'll see it gets sharper now. Look, see? So what you're doing is, if you turn the pencil, you get more of the angle. You change the angle of the lead or the nib of pigment and then get a more defined line. Look, watch. Like that. So now we've got a bit of a... Look, before you know it, you've got the makings of the... Which is no different to what we've done here, but I'll show you. It's a different trick, a little bit different on this one. This is literally like undercoat. You just undercarriage here. Look, you just keep going darker on that undercarriage. Don't press too hard though. Right, that'll do. Now take the yellowy colour again that we had in the eye, the ochre or whatever yellow you decided. You could have gone orange, any colour you fancy. It's like when we did the... Where's that folder? Where did I put the folder? Yeah. Let's see if you can remember when we did the... It wasn't so much the owls. The owls, their eyes were much more... So look, their eyes were more... let's take them out of there. It's not the owls, it's the eagles. That was the... Yeah. Was it the eagles? Yeah. Let's have a look at these two. And you can see, because this is the only ones where we're using this colourway. Right. So when we look at the eyes there, you see? Now, we're going for it again, aren't we? It's the same way. It's just a bit bigger. A bit more. Right, see? See all the eyes? It's cool. Now, again, with the beaks. Were the beaks there for us on the eagles? I think, yeah, the beaks were actually drawn in, I think. Yeah. Yeah, nice. So now we're going to do that beak and we're going to use that yellow. Okay. We'll keep these two handy because I think they're a good reference, those ones, you know. Yeah, they're a good reference for how to get shade and how to get... they really are, aren't they? So we'll hang on to those two. You might want to dig yours out as well if you did them. Now, so what we'll do now is we'll take that ochre, or what colour is it? 184. Nice. And we'll add a little bit of ochre to the top, lightly. Now, this is the trick. Leave a white gap there. Leave a white gap. Step away from... So when you do this... I've got to do it the right way around. I can't do it upside down. Right, there you go. So when you put the yellow in, or the ochre, right, leave the white gap. See? Put a little bit of yellow down there as well. But you've got to be aware of a white line that you don't touch it. Same here, but I'll show you a trick there. Right, so let's do a little bit of... Doesn't matter if it takes an hour to do a beak. Does it? No, it doesn't. It's the process, remember? Right, let's get that yellow in. Right, we've got a real white line there. Okay. And don't forget, if you've overcooked it, hey, this is where your rubber, your eraser, you hold it there and you just go woof, straight down the middle. And it will take out. If you've overcooked it, don't think that it's terminal, because it's not. Right, so down we go again. Bit of yellow. It's that boring grey one, my favourite one in the tin. Warm grey 2. That's the one. Right, go again. Over the top of the yellow. Change the angle on it. See? Now we've got that grey in. Darker, darker, darker. Good. Same on this, see? But we'll do that in a minute. Now, let's go to a darker colour. What one have we got now? Warm grey 4. Okay. Go a bit lightly now. What we're going to do is just gently, gently, just come in. And we're going to add a little bit of depth along the base. Right. Just sweep down that beak. Sweep down that beak. There you go. And what we haven't got yet is a little, like a nostril. I don't think they're called nostrils, they're called nares or something like that. I can't remember the name exactly, but they definitely have little nostrils, don't they? There you go, let's put a little nostril in. Just in grey. There. So when you're happy with your, there you go, you turn the angle on that, and then you can press a bit harder, see? Like that. Cool, it looks like he's smiling. Isn't it funny how you can make a bird look really friendly? Look, just by upturning, you know, if you're doing a picture and you want it to look like a happy bird, just put a little flick to the top. I bet if I brought that down and brought a flick to the bottom, it'd look really, same as if I made his eyelid, if I hung the eyelid down over here, it'd look less friendly. As soon as I'm not going to do it because I want him to be friendly. But if I put the eyelid down here, or I turned the beak, silly little things like that, and he'll go from being friendly to not friendly. So we're going to stick with friendly. Try it if you fancy having a go. You can always rub it out afterwards, can't you? Hey, black. There you go. That's it. And these bits, to be honest, we can do all this stuff with the black right at the end. I'm just trying to show you how I would be tempted to actually do it right at the end, if you see what I mean. But I'm just trying to show you what a result you get, where we're headed by just leaving that white line there. There. Just means that it's like the sun's hitting it all. That'll do. You just work in layers and make sure you leave that white line right down there. I mean, that one's a little bit extreme, but you get the picture. I'm doing it deliberately to show you. Right. Hello? I'll take this one, I think. Just tone it down a bit. Nice. It's a skill. You know, it is definitely this sort of colouring is definitely can be improved. I honestly, if you're saying, oh, I can't do it, it's like, well, there's nothing that time and a little application won't help. That's all it is, isn't it? There are no experts. I haven't got an art degree or anything. I've taught myself. I have. It's obvious, isn't it? There you go. Beak's cool. Like it. I can always titivate. And we probably will. Now, let's have a look. Next thing. Okay. Now we're going to take out take our lovely beige one again, and we'll just lightly. This is really good practice for holding the pen really lightly in your hand. So you just, yeah, nice. I'll tell you what, I'm using my rubber a lot less the second time round than I did the first time round. That's the truth. Leave the beak alone, Gray. Right, okay. So what I want to do now is look at these lines here. Let's do this bit. Okay. What do I need? I need a white one now. Right, get your white one out. Or a white one, a white pencil, or an ivory pencil. Look at my lovely little well-loved ivory. You can tell which ones I use all the time. Look. Ivory's good. It's in that set of 12 again. But it's up to you. I can go with white. We can work with white. So what we're going to do now, see, it's the same idea. See the white ledge here? Right. So what we're going to do is start at the top and right down the middle, get your eye in and make sure that you've got a decent, you don't have to press too hard, but make sure you're in the right lane. See, because you've got different lanes here. You've got 1, 2. That's why I suggested that we do a little bit of, we apply a little bit of warm grade 2 just on the right lane, so you know which one you're, see what I mean? You know which one you're colouring in, you know which one you're paying attention to at the moment, because otherwise you're just as likely to run the white pencil down the one at the back. I haven't figured out what I'm doing with that one yet. The bus drivers are out to lunch on that one. Right, so now what we're going to do is take our white, and then I'm just going to run that down, right down the middle, like a, as if it was the spine. And you could even go from the base, if you prefer, go up like that, just keep going to there. You'd be better off really just doing one, because you can't really see. Just go, do one. There you go, look, up there, press quite hard and go like that. Up there, go, just follow that path. Go like that. And then wrap round the back. So you've got a, you've created now, if you held that to the light, you'd be able to see where you've put a white spine in. Okay. Now take your grey, your warm grey 2, right? And let's see where that white line is now. And you'll see, just stay on that edge now. Just stay on that edge. I came over a bit too close on this one, but it'll be all right. Because what you're going to do now is just concentrate on this edge here. Right, and you'll find, as you do this, you'll hit the resist. You know, do you remember we've done this before, haven't we? Where you go like that, real dark there, and then as you travel up, suddenly it just won't, the colour won't apply because you've put a white wall in. It's like a white wall. See? So go in there again, and then let's have a look. Where's my flat of my pencil? Oh, can you see what I'm doing here, or am I? Yeah, of course you can. Right, get my flat of my pencil going. Right, and then as you come round, you'll see the white wall. It just stops the grey going through, the beige. That's it. And then, let's see where it is. Yeah, you can see it. See how it creates a spine. And then just run over the top of it, just for the fun of it. Just run over the top of it, and you'll see where you've put your white line. It's cool. And you can see where we did 2 lines and where we did 1 line. See? I can anyway. So then as you go in, see how you take the white line, just gives you that depth, and then you're going to lightly go over the whole thing again, like that, round the edge. So you've got, I think I've only used the one colour in the whole thing. Let's have a look. Yeah, nice, isn't it? See, so you can use, you could have done this, you could do the same thing in the beak as well. If you're struggling with the depth on the beak, then you can also, even at this point, you could rub the beak out now, just rub the whole thing out as well, and then go again and put down your white line, and it will act as a white wall, yeah? But I don't want to do that. I want to try and get it, if I can get it with the pencil like that. Yeah, look, just keep smoothing it through. Nice, getting there now. Yeah. See, and then you can use black. Black's a bit strong, what I'm doing here. Don't know where I got that from. But this is nice. Look, just the little tips. Let's just do the tips. And, yeah, just a tiny little flash. Don't know, do I want to do this? Yeah, that's it. Bit of depth. But it's always back to this colour for me. It's always back to that boring grey one. Warm grey. I shouldn't call it boring because it's the best colour in the tin. It's just so neutral, isn't it? There we go. So just add a bit more depth. So we've added a bit of grey and a bit of black to that tip, and then we just flash through that bottom bit. There you go. See, so you just pull it through. Bring the black through as well. There you go. Nice, hey? I didn't do it on that one, so you can see the difference. Bit of contrast. Cool. So we've done the eye, we've done the beak, we've done the wrap, and let's do this little bit here. So again, I'm going to take, I think I'll start with ivory or something like that, a nice undercoat. Let's keep it kind of bright. Yeah, just a light layer of ivory, and then from this end, from this corner here, just start. It's all different tricks, really, isn't it? Just light feathery stroke going that way. Yeah, light feathery strokes. So by the time, so what you're doing is you're lifting up. You're flicking, flick, 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 like that. See? Let's take a darker colour. What we got here? Warm grey 4. And again, get in there. This is where you want a real sharp. And then we're just going to flick through that colour. See? Flick, flick, flick. There you go. If you go over the line, try not to. But if you do, you can take out the, it's easy, just take it out with a pencil. Eraser. Right, and then once you've got your, so you get a nice, it's lovely, this is. There's nothing like it for relaxing. Right, bit of black. And again, I'm going to tone that black down with that grey, with the warm grey. Just drags it through, doesn't it? There we are. Nice. But I think, because I did go over the edge here, I'm going to have to do a little bit of, just a little bit of blending with the darker grey. And all that's doing now is just creating a little bit of depth. There you are. Nice, eh? Of course, nothing like this for relaxing. Right, now, let's do this area here around the eye. We've got time. Right, you ready? You up for it? It's just a little bit of yellow down there. So I've got a plan here. Right, now, so we've got a bit of yellow, and we've got a bit of, it's this area here we want to do. Right, you ready? And then we'll do the, when we come back, we'll do the hat, the cap, and this bit, because this is that was quite the challenge for me. So I think we'll do that on Wednesday when we get back. But this is cool, all right? And you're going to say, oh no, she's going to use that S word. Tippling. Yeah, it's good though. I started it this morning. Right, if you're not sure, stippling, when you colour in, you've got different ways of colouring in, haven't you? So shading, right? So basic recap, you can either use, right, I'll use a darker colour so you can see it. You either use circular motions to colour in, like that. Right, so you know that I can just keep adding, or you can do feathery hatching, it's called hatching, like that. So you just light feathery strokes. We've done that as well, right? Or you can cross hatch. When you're cross hatching, which is what we're going to do in this area here, this is cross hatching here, this bit, this is cross hatching. So then what you do is with the cross hatching, you go over it, but you go in the other direction. So you hatch, if you like, and then you cross hatch. So you go in across. So that gives you a different texture to just in one direction. You're going in the opposite, so it's diagonals. And then the other way to get shadow, right, is that it's like pointillism. It's just dot 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 dot. And if you wanted to, like if that's a line and you want to get shading in there, like I say, I've got, these are my choices. I can go like that along there. I can go like that along there. I can go like that along there. Or I can do this. Are you ready? You hold the pen upright and you hold it as close as possible to this, to the end, and then you start and you just go dot 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 dot. And then you just, and if you're going too fast, then you're going to go all over the place. And if you press too hard, you break your pencil and you just get lots of crumbles, right? So it's just a question of getting your eye in. Parchers delight, they love this. Right, so you see, so this is, and when you do different colours of dotting, of stippling, you get this lovely sort of texture. And if you go to the owls, this will really shows off the stippling. If we go into the chests on the owls, do you see all the dots? It makes it look like proper down. You see? So that's what we're looking at doing in this area here. This area here. So, see, I've already started. Let's go to this one. And you can see here. So you start with the lightest colour. Even if you think nothing's happening, it does. You build it up, right? So let's start here. And once you get going, you can go slowly, you can go fast, but one thing's for sure, you've got to concentrate on. So I'm staying in the area I've pre-coloured, if you like. See? So you go like that. Earlier on when I was doing this, I was playing Name That Tune with myself, but it's not so much fun when you do it on your own. Right? So for example, see if you can guess this tune. Ready? Hang on. Did you get it? She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. With a love like that, you know I can't be bad. So that kills time. What about this one? See if you can guess. Cool, I remember when we were kids. I'm going to go to a darker colour now. When we were kids, Steve and I used to play Name That Tune. And, you know, and he was learning how to, when we were playing the recorder, right? And he learned the violin as well. We always used to do this. And he'd say, right, do you recognise this tune? And then he'd start he'd start playing it. It sounded like me in the back of the van again with the airbed. I said, I'm not sure, Steve. He said, it's obvious. Come on, you know it. Then I'd guess it's a no. No. Listen. I said, give us a clue. Jingle bells, jingle bells. No, it doesn't sound anything like jingle bells. He said, it does. Listen. So this is my version. Look, hang on. You get it now. You'll know because I've just told you. Ready? So there you go. Pick your favourite song and start getting in the groove. Look, stippling to music. You can put your favourite tune on. Look, and before you know it, you've got a beautiful speckled area. It's really nice, Barbara. And you didn't even pay attention. A bit darker down there. This isn't a tune, by the way, if it is. But you know what I mean? You could really enjoy doing it rather than make it a labour. You've got to turn it round. If stippling irritates you, then stipple to music. Get some good tunes going. Look. I can't think of a song now. Oh, I know. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here we are in Camp Granada. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, the woman needs help. Rescue her. That's it. You're all going to be doing Camp Granada all day now. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here we are in Camp Granada. Oh dear. There you go. But look how lovely it is when it's done. So you've got all those beautiful textures going on. Check it out, right? Hang on. Let's get up close. Look. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Check it out. So we've done the beak from nada, father, and then we've done the eye. Look, we've got those lovely wraps. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. And you know what? You see the bits in between that's definitely those bits. Hang on, I'll show you. These bits, Barbara, grey. These bits here, they definitely need dotting. Like dot, 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 dot. So, hang on a minute. So these bits here, again, we'll put a little down, like a little undercoat first, otherwise you're starting off with a white background, which is quite hard, right? But then I think we'll do pointillism in there. Da-da-da-da, 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 yeah, you could do the percussion now. You could pretend you're the drummer. So, my friends, see this bit here? For homework, I want you to do that here and here and here and here and here. That's all you got to do. So, just to kind of recap, you're going to put a lovely light layer of grey down. And maybe a little bit of yellow just to give it a little bit of difference. So it's a bit different to the bits around the front, right? So we've got that. Right, and once you've done that, then it's hello, mother, hello, father. Okay? Hello, mother, hello, father. Here I am in Camp Granada. Na, 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 na. Right. Next colour. Na, 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 na. There you go. Who said you can't have fun when you're stippling, eh? It's going to look smashing. And what's going to happen is, this is going to look the same as that, as that, as that, as that. So then these ones look as if they've wrapped around. And that's the object of the exercise. And stretch. There you go. Didn't know you'd be singing as well. Eh? Name that tune. It's all right. It keeps us company. It keeps us sane, believe it or not. We're not going mad. If you didn't do those two, then go back and have a look at how we stippled and how we did those two, because they were cool, weren't they? Fortunately, I put the colours on the back of that one. Unfortunately, I didn't put the colours on the back of that one. It's always a good idea to just write on the back of the... where have we gone? Where's it gone? Oh, you silly sod. Look. See, I put the colours there so that when I went back months later, I actually knew which colours I used in the owl. Top tip, top tip. And that brings us to the end of the hour, believe it or not. A la mother, a la father. I hope that you enjoyed it, and we'll carry on. Do us a favour though, if you can do the background, the dot, because I know you'll enjoy it. Put it to music, it'll be fun, all right? Paul, thank you for your help, and it's always great to work with you, my dear. And the rest, all my friends, all our friends, please stay safe, and don't forget, the queue's getting shorter, which is great, and many of you have already had your vaccines, which is even better, and the rest of us will just wait patiently and doodle and colour and stay safe, happy and creative. Lots of love. See you Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Bye-bye now.